WRDE Coast TV.
More spots on the beach left unguarded. Why the Rehoboth Beach Beach Patrol has less hands on deck.
Surfers struggling. Beach replenishment in Ocean City is busting up the best breaking waves.
And we have some scattered showers that we're trying right now that could start making a few waves. We'll talk about that in your full forecast for the weekend coming up.
By these people, surveillance pictures of alleged suspects after a hotel assault.
Pony swim plans already taking place. What's happening now, even though the events are 11 months away?
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Lifeguards heading back to school. That means fewer whistles in those big chairs. Good evening. I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with the Rehoboth Beach Patrol working through some late season staff shortages. The Rehoboth Beach Patrol is asking people to stay safe as more and more beach goes unguarded. It's an annual problem our coastal areas face every year with lifeguards heading back to school.
Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert is live in Rehoboth Beach. Charles, people today said that they do worry that the lifeguards we have may be spread too thin.
Charlie and Mallory, a lifeguard told me today that their numbers have been cut in half. And to make things worse, the seas are only getting rougher as we approach hurricane season. It's a sound you're hearing less and less as summer winds down. The Rehoboth Beach Beach Patrol currently has around 25 lifeguards on staff. Just a few weeks ago, that number was around 50. Lifeguard Nico Caceres says they do have a plan.
We're just working with what we got and closing the beaches in, bringing more in town, and not spreading ourselves too thin.
Caceres says with less help, more beach has to go unguarded. The Beach Patrol is focusing on the beaches downtown, from around Fisherman's Beach in northern Rehoboth to around Laurel Street. Beachgoer Jerry McMillan worries about safety.
Still got a lot of people coming and taking advantage of the end of the summer. Obviously, a day like today with the wind and the current and all that, it's definitely a safety issue.
The flags did fly yellow today, signaling moderate risks in the ocean. Tim Sherman says this time of year, everybody, but especially parents, need to pay extra attention.
They know there's no lifeguard here, and they let their kid in, well, you took that responsibility on yourself.
With fewer lifeguards and beaches that are still chock full of people, a good rule of thumb this time of year is swim at your own risk. Caceres says the lifeguards will be out and about here in Rehoboth until mid to late September, but is asking everyone to swim near a lifeguard when on duty. I'm Charles Reiner, live in Rehoboth Beach tonight, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles. Sticking with the beach theme, beach replenishment hasn't happened in Ocean City since 2021. However, lingering effects from the work years ago is still causing problems for surfers. They say the beach replenishment has damaged the way that the waves form. The replenishment itself takes away the sandbars that help break the waves for surfing. And though some surfers say beach replenishment is needed to maintain the beach itself, it can have other effects that people should look out for.
And unfortunately, there's some negative effects that it does affect people on the beach that may not be familiar with the power of the ocean. And I feel like there's a lot of injuries associated with it, just from people that really aren't knowledgeable about how powerful the ocean can be, especially when it's slamming you right on the beach.
The Army Corps of Engineers says Ocean City's beaches will be replenished again next year. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, does beach replenishment help or hurt our beaches? Let's take a look at the results from earlier tonight.
Taking a look at the screen so far, 76%, the majority, say it helps the beaches, 10% say it hurts the beaches, and 14% say there's no difference after the beach replenishment is completed.
If you haven't voted yet, still easy to do. Go to WRDE.com or use our handy mobile app. We'll have more updates later on.
Let's take a live look outside of our Dry Tech Embers camera in Ocean City. It was a bit humid earlier tonight when I stepped outside here in Milton, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now to take a look at the forecast this evening. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And we've been talking about the possibility of scattered showers and thunderstorms, at least briefly, for late tonight. And now we're starting to see those storms begin to make its move quickly, moving throughout Easton, Hawkeye, Cambridge area and Federalsburg. Now, as we take a look at the front wave of this right here, and we are going to continue to see this particular wave here as it continues to track towards the east-southeast. And so it's expected to move its way through Linkwood and then Federalsburg by 11:28, Vienna by 11:38, Sharptown by 11:52, and then hit the Blades community by 12:04. Now, this is part of a bigger system, actually, that's really not posing a major problem for us, but it is going to continue to keep it a little active throughout the rest of the evening hours, mainly going throughout the most southern portions of our viewing area. Coming up, we'll talk about what's happening with the tropical system that's out in the Atlantic and how and when it's going to affect us. But until then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. When you're driving through Georgetown, you may be wondering what the heck these two cinder block structures are. Well, these are stairwells and an elevator shaft being constructed for the new Sussex County Family Court facility. Town manager Eugene Dvornik says that the stairwell and elevator will start from the ground floor and lead up to the third floor. He says the new family courthouse facility is going to replace the old one that's currently located in the Circle. The town says $105 million went into the project, and the construction is expected to be completed by mid-2024 due to a delayed start to the project.
The city of Rehoboth Beach launched a new digital platform today. It's designed to provide information about the city to its people. The digital platform is called Reach Out Rehoboth. Visitors using the site can learn about current city projects and provide suggestions, ideas, comments, and questions through a variety of engagement tools.
Ocean City Police is investigating an assault at a downtown hotel. It occurred on Thursday night, and police say they need your help finding the suspects that were involved. Officers say they're looking for these three people that you see on your screen right here. According to the department, these men attacked a person at the hotel, and then they ran away after the attack. Police say the men were last seen on the boardwalk near First Street.
DNREC released a statewide fishing report being captured on the coast. According to the agency, officials say capturing crabs has improved. They say croaker, kings, and some rays and dogfish were caught at Broadkill Beach, and Cape and Lopin State Park fishing pier spot had a steady fishing this week. DNREC says the Flounder Pounder tournament brought a lot of boats to the Indian River Inlet. The report states during the tournament, many flounders and sheepshead were caught in the rocks.
A car crash in Salisbury earlier today sent one person to the hospital. According to the Salisbury Fire Department, they say that two cars collided at the corner of Ocean Gateway and Philip Morris Drive, and a rescue was required. According to emergency crews, one person was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The other refused treatment. The department says the cause of the crash still under investigation.
New at 11, a coastal highway crash closed the road and backed up traffic earlier today. Troopers say it involved two cars and happened just after 3 p.m. near the Lewis Home Depot. According to the agency, the crash involved a Honda Accord driven by a 20-year-old woman from Pennsylvania and a Volkswagen Passat driven by a 24-year-old Dagsboro woman. Police are reporting injuries, but the extent is not clear yet. Police say the road was closed for about an hour after that crash.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. The Cambridge-Dorchester Regional Airport now has $52,000 to make improvements. Maryland senators announced the money Friday morning. The money will rehab the airport's runway. The Salisbury Zoo has a new director. Chuck Eichholz, who you see here, has been the zoo's curator since 2021. And mark your calendars, the 2024 Chincoteague Pony Swim is set. The ponies will swim on July 24th. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
All 19 defendants charged in connection to Georgia's probe of alleged 2020 election interference did meet today's noon deadline for surrender and are now booked. Stephen Lee, a Lutheran pastor from Illinois, was the last defendant to turn himself in this morning at the Fulton County Jail. Lee's booking attorney says that his client had never met Donald Trump and that he plans to plead not guilty to the charges he faces. Former President Donald Trump surrendered Thursday night and was released on a $200,000 bond.
Mortgage rates across the country are soaring this week, and consumers appear to be more anxious about the economy. The likelihood of future rate hikes took center stage at a key economic forum in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Today, Federal Reserve Chair revealing his likely next steps as the battle to curb high inflation wages on. Laura Aguirre breaks down the Fed's remarks and how that might impact your budget.
It is the Fed's job to bring inflation down to our 2% goal, and we will do so.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell cut to the chase right out of the gate.
We are prepared to raise rates further if appropriate and intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving sustainably down toward our objective.
This forecast coming at the same time mortgage rates are soaring to a 22-year high. A 30-year fixed rate is now averaging 7.23%, up nearly 2 points over this same time last year, according to Freddie Mac. And despite the current pace of price increases slowing this summer, the Fed may not be ready to ease off the interest rate gas pedal.
Although inflation has moved down from its peak, a welcome development, it remains too high.
Chairman Powell says the big picture is what matters when tracking prices.
Core goods prices fell the last 2 months, but on a 12-month basis, core goods inflation remains well above its pre-pandemic level.
Also out Friday, the University of Michigan's monthly consumer sentiment survey, which measures Americans' attitudes about the economy. Despite a slight dip in consumer confidence between July and August, overall sentiment was still far better than last summer, when inflation peaked at over 9%.
We are navigating by the stars under cloudy skies. At upcoming meetings, we will assess our progress based on the totality of the data and the evolving outlook and risks.
Bottom line for now, brace for more interest rate bumps in the months ahead. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
From a duck race to a Jeep crawl and more, I'm Mallory Metzner. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do and causes to support this weekend.
And we are tracking some strong storms beginning to make its move towards the southeast, about to hit Branchville at 11:37, Seaford at 11:44, and Lawn at about 11:56. And we'll also catch up on what's happening with the hurricane out in the tropics, headed towards the deep Atlantic.
And next, four-way stop, how a traffic study in Milford is changing the rules of the road. We're going to be back in just 60 seconds.
Pinnacle team was awesome. I was impressed how that was. I mean, the big machines they had.
The floor looks great. It's brighter. It brightens up the room a lot. It's, the grit in the floor helps with us responding to the, getting to our lockers. Usually we come running through here and everything like that. The Pinnacle team was really great. They were professional. They were, very honest. They wanted to get us done, and they got us done on time. Pinnacle was amazing, and we absolutely love the floor.
Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Smart shades set the vibe. Protection from the sun. Party vibes. Relaxed in bed. Cozy vibes. Lower energy bills. Energy savings vibes. Smart shades do the work for you, making it easier to create the right vibe. Book your free consultation today at budgetblinds.com.
Ready, set, stop. Roadwork projects continue across Milford at the intersection of Marshall Street and Southeast 2nd Street. The city is going to try out a four-way stop. A similar traffic study is taking place on South Walnut Street, but some drivers say the one here could be problematic.
I'd be worried more about this one than I am in town. I would be in town because I feel like people do pay attention going through town more because there's a lot more people walking. But here it's just more so the back side of town, and people just roll right through it like it ain't even there.
The city of Milford says that the traffic light will be blinking red come September 18th at 6 a.m. and it's going to continue to do so for a year. Then a permanent decision will be made.
Pull out those smartphones and open up the camera app, scan the QR code right here at the corner of your screen. Anytime a meteorologist on screen, the QR code will be available, and it'll send your smartphone to your app store where you can download the Coast TV weather app, giving you instant access to Coast TV First Alert weather forecast. That's going to be right at your fingertips. And so right now we're tracking some scattered showers and thunderstorms, not severe, but enough to, catch your attention at the very least. Gateway, and it will update you on what's happening with possible hurricane that's going to start churning in the Atlantic, by the way. Gateway Subaru, we're looking at Ocean City, and, hey, the Ferris wheel is going full throttle here, and the winds are out of the southwest at about 11 miles per hour, and we're at 75 degrees. Now, we take a look at our clouds and radar at this present time. We are picking up on at least one cell that's bringing with it some embedded thunderstorms that's staying a little bit on the strong side. Right here is where it is, and it's moving and it's tracking at about 25 miles per hour in this direction. So it's expected to hit the Hinson community at 11:50 11:16, Federalsburg at about 11:27, Branchview at 11:43, Seaford at about 11:50. Not looking severe, but we're talking about heavy downpours just with that isolated cell alone. It's being propagated by this cold front as it begins to push through our area. And we got a lot of moisture here. I mean, look at this flow of moisture that's coming out of the south right here. So that's a typical setup. Cold front to the north, warm air coming in out of the south. They smack into each other and they get along like the Hatfields and the McCoys, okay? 77 degrees for us right now in Rehoboth and for Bethany Beach. And then look at these dew point temperatures well into the 70s into the late night hours. So, I mean, it feels like 70 something, but I mean, that's a lot of moisture content when you consider what the dew point temperatures are doing alone. Now, we were a lot warmer Monday, but we bounced around below the norm for this time of the year. But then look at where we ended up for today at about 90 degrees. So we have ample thermodynamic energy to fuel some storms. And I talked about this earlier, that if we got an abundance of sunshine during the afternoon, early evening hours, we could catch a stray thunderstorm or two. So that's what's happening at this point. And we're going to stay with the humid to very humid category with our muggy meter for Sunday, Monday, going into Tuesday. You see, on Sunday, by Sunday, we'll have the winds coming out of the northeast, but we'll start off at near 70 degrees, and then we'll stay muggy after that. By the way, ragweed is going to stay on the high side in case you're going to be sneezing and wheezing over the weekend. And then as we go into Sunday for the most southern portions of our viewing area, we're going to clock this 80s there. Last but not least, Tropical Storm Franklin is expected to go up to about a Category 2 hurricane. By the time it gets to a Category 2, it's going to be pulling even more so away from us from what the early tracking is indicating. Look for scattered showers on Monday for Ocean City as well as South Bethany and most of our beaches along the coast. And finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. Oh my goodness, I was not trying to show you that, but I forgot. I do need to tell you about this. We're going to be at a level 8 for our UV index for tomorrow. So please keep that in mind with our Face of Grace practice and sun safety. Now we take a look at the extended forecast. And Sunday, we'll have a whole bunch of sunshine, but rain will kick back in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
It's a celebration on the Broadkill Saturday with a trio of events. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, you can shop over 35 vendors for bargains on the Broadkill. Irish Eyes' 24th annual Broadkill River Canoe and Kayak Race starts at 10 a.m. And at 2 p.m., thousands of rubber ducks will float along the Broadkill River for the Great Duck Race. I'll be there in Milton Memorial Park with Petey the Peacock. Meanwhile, a children's festival takes place in Snow Hills Bird Park from 12 to 6. It's held in honor of London Simone Manuel, who passed away in 2017 at just 8 months old. London's mom says there will be pony rides, a dunk tank, foam party, DJ, and even free haircuts. Jeep Week is back in Ocean City all weekend long with the sand course by the pier and daily beach crawls like this one I did back in 2019. The convention center is the event hub for OC Jeep Fest. A paddle fest in the Delaware Seashore State Park takes place during low tide Saturday morning. The fabulous Hubcaps Farewell Tour stops in Millsboro that evening, and the Powellville Volunteer Fire Company is hosting a back-to-school movie night. He Cook Fest is set for Sunday after being postponed due to weather earlier this year. Low Cash, Jimmy Charles, and Not Now will perform at the Kylan Barn in Delmar. The event is held in memory of fallen officer Corporal Keith Hecook of the Delmar Police Department. Proceeds benefit nonprofits Operation We Care, Tunnel to Towers, and Behind the Line. And as NBC Universal's month-long nationwide Clear the Shelters pet adoption campaign continues, the Brandywine Valley SPCA is waiving all adoption fees this Saturday. Sunday is National Cinema Day. The movies at Midway say movie tickets will cost no more than $4. For event tickets, registration, schedules, and more, go to our website and click on the Cool Things to Do tab.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Now get 3.9% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning.
Chill out and win big at Ocean Downs with Coolers of Cash. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can win cash or free play, plus a finalist entry for our final drawing on August 26th. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life, experience the grace of ballet at Loblolly Acres. Who is going to win Delaware's greatest grandparent contest? And are you up for Body Shop Fitness Center's Burpee Challenge? Coast Life, Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7. It's baseball season, and the Delmarva Shorebirds is your home for fun. Join 93.5 The Beach for Thirsty Thursdays every week. Plus, don't miss special 102.5 WBOC Maryland Pride Thursdays presented by Spicer Brothers. And don't miss Big Beer Fridays with Big Classic Rock 107.7. It's a summer of fun. Let's play ball. 100.9% Classic Country plays real country.
The Salisbury Zoo welcomed a new director today after a national search. The zoo named Chuck Eichholz as the new director. Bringing nearly 40 years of experience, his major goal for his position is to lead the Salisbury Zoo in regaining accreditation with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. The new director says that the park has a great history and just wants to make sure it continues.
Members of the United Auto Workers Union have overwhelmingly approved possible strikes against the big three automakers. The union says that 97% of those voting approved a strike authorization against General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. The Ram, Dodge, Jeep, and Chrysler names, those are all sold by Stellantis. The union is demanding significant pay raises of at least 40%, and that would be to match the increases that the chief executive officers have been getting over the last 4 years. UAW President Sean Fain says its members are, quote, fed up with living paycheck to paycheck, while the corporate elite and billionaire class continue to make out like bandits, unquote. The possible strike could take place next month.
Meanwhile, in Hollywood, there soon could be an end to the ongoing writer and actor strike. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers have released their latest proposal to the Writers Guild of America, along with a 4-page document. In the new package, it addresses all of the issues the Guild has identified as its highest priorities, plus an improvement of prior proposals. There will be an increase in wages, which would be the highest increase for WGA in 35 years, along with an increase in residual pay. The package also features first-of-their-kind offers for writers, including in the areas of generative artificial intelligence, data transparency, and minimum staffing.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Eastern Shore sports fans, you've made it. This time next week, DSN will be filling you in on scores from Friday Night Lights. Del Mar scrimmage Cambridge South Dorchester this evening. The Wildcats have Nathan Van Zant replacing Gavin Powell at quarterback this year. And if you're looking for a speedster in the backfield to replace Takai Hughie, Khalid Schoolfield is your guy. He scored his first touchdown of the summer to cap a nice drive for the Wildcats. Afterwards, the junior said he's pleased with their progress in camp and excited for the work ahead.
I feel good. It's my first touchdown of the season, and I'm looking forward to scoring more for my team and just doing my part to help the team succeed. I feel like we still have a lot of work that we need to get done. We got to fix a little small things like tackling and, maybe our stamina, but I feel pretty good. I think the team, is better than last week, so that's a good thing. We try and get better 1% each day.
But before Friday Night Lights, we have Fight Night tomorrow.
Harrington, Delaware, I said, who is ready for our main event of the evening?
And that will do it.
I'm feeling like this man right here is a savage.
Oh,
nice
connected.
back kick from Will Brown.
We'll see you all in Harrington. That'll do it for Sports Tonight.
Still to come, charged up sales. Electric vehicles are breaking records nationwide.
And new tech for trucks, an alert program for Delaware for those big semis on the road.
Johnny Janosic is your one-stop mattress superstore. Shop now and save up to $600 on select adjustable bases. Plus 0% APR financing for 60 months. Shop the Labor Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show, we're touring a waterfront home in Dover, Delaware. This home features a large entry foyer, breakfast room with a stunning island, a huge game room, and a patio overlooking the river. The second home we're checking out is a custom home on the golf course at Plantation Lakes in Millsboro, Delaware. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show this Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City Outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro, we stay fresh.
Wheel of Fortune has been part of your life for over 40 years.
Isn't this something? Boy, oh boy.
With Pat and Vanna leading the way for every wheel spinning, money-winning moment. A brand new season with all new episodes starting in September.
Celebrating 41 years of excitement.
A season that will truly be unlike any other.
Now it's time to celebrate in a big way.
New season starting September on Coast TV.
Johnny Janosic is your one-stop mattress superstore. Shop now and save up to $600 on select adjustable bases. Plus 0% APR financing for 60 months. Shop the Labor Day mattress sale at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
DelDOT is hoping to make roads safer with a new alert program for truck drivers. According to the agency, commercial drivers will receive real-time notifications of upcoming traffic congestion and road closures. DelDOT says all freeways will be covered by these alerts. The alert system will have audible chimes and visual messages to warn drivers about hazardous locations.
Electric vehicle sales are breaking records this year. In today's Consumer Watch, Cole Higgins has what's behind the rise in sales and what to know if you're in the market for an EV this year.
A driving force for the future, sales of electric cars in the U.S. are breaking records, and experts say it's just the beginning.
Folks should fasten their seatbelts because this electric future is taking off.
The EV transition is underway.
According to Cox Automotive, U.S. consumers bought nearly 300,000 new battery electric vehicles in the second quarter of 2023, setting a record. That's more than 48% higher than the same time last year, and more EVs than were sold in all of 2019. Cox Automotive predicts sales of fully electric vehicles in the U.S. will break 1 million vehicles in 2023 for the first time.
We're starting to see those electric vehicle sales numbers already. So we anticipate that all of this will line up.
So what's driving sales? Experts say several factors, like price cuts, a wider variety of available vehicles, and more government and manufacturing investments, plus tax credits. Experts say the EPA's proposed auto emission rules could help electric vehicles account for up to 2/3 of new vehicles sold in the U.S. by 2032.
These rules are really, meant to help push the auto industry, provide some of that certainty so we can get the investments in manufacturing and infrastructure that'll help build out, the supply of those vehicles.
If you're in the market for an electric car, remember that through the Inflation Reduction Act, the federal government is now offering tax credits of up to $7,500 on some EVs. And Cox Automotive says this year's top-selling EVs are all among the 18% that qualify for at least some of that tax credit. For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
According to a consumer survey from Cox Automotive, the second biggest concern for EV considerers after the price was the lack of access to charging stations.
It's time to take another look at our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know if you think that beach replenishment helps or hurts the beaches. Looking at the results here, it stays the same as since we last checked. 76% say it helps, 10% say it hurts the beaches, and 14% says it doesn't make a difference. If you haven't voted yet, you can still go to our website or our mobile app to share your thoughts with us. The final days of summer coming up, how Bethany Beach plans to hold a celebration of a season. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 11.
Welcome to the country.
It's not just a great deal. It's a 12-month, 12,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, windshield protection, and more. It's the Car Store Certified Advantage, all at no additional charge. Value, quality, peace of mind. Experience the Car Store difference. TheCarStoreOnline.com.
Home IQ, the new smart home technology by Shell Brothers, gives you control of your entire home, even when you're not there. Your smart home command center allows full control of your home from one monitor. Smart switches in every bedroom let you set alarms, check the weather, and control your lights using just your voice. With mobile access to your video doorbell, keyless entry, and garage door, your home has never been more secure. Introducing Home IQ by Shell Brothers, now included with every new Shell Brothers home.
Mark your calendars. The second annual OC Adventure Fest is set for September 22nd to the 24th. National music acts like Don McLean, hunting, fishing, gun show, canine working dog exhibition, and more. There will be something for everyone. Come join the fun. For more information and to purchase your tickets now, go to ocadventurefest.com.
Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC. 100.9% classic country.
And that's close enough to perfect for me.
Tune to 100.9% classic country or download the app to listen anywhere.
You bet your life.
Get out of here.
No, you get out of here.
Rugged. That's a good word to describe the trucks at the truck store. Rugged and ready to take on whatever you throw at them. You'll find everything you need for work or play at the truck store. Do more, play more, get more. MyTruckStoreOnline.com.
There is still a whole week before Labor Day, the official end of the summer season, but plans are underway to mourn the end of summer in Bethany Beach. The Bethany Beach Jazz Funeral is celebrated each Labor Day Monday at 5:30 p.m. This year, that's September 4th. You can see how in this video from previous years, mourners dress in a black attire and walk in a parade along the boardwalk. They push a mannequin in a fake casket for the procession.
Only people from New Orleans are more out of the box than that. That's all I'm going to say. And they are fun. Sherry Berman, congratulations on being our new umbrella giveaway winner of Lewis. Congratulations. Here's a look at our exclusive 10-day forecast. 30% chance rain. It's happening right now, actually. Early morning hours. After that, rain's going to be done for most of the weekend. Sunday's clear. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, now that rain's going to stick around most of the day. So, you know what I'm saying? Do with that what you will. Thursday, we'll have 75 degrees with a lot of sunshine. We'll have another 30% chance rain will develop for next Friday. And then the following weekend, we're looking good. So we're looking at 2 weekends of pretty good weather. Don't let that scare you. That's happening right now. That should be done. By the time the sun comes back up, most of this rain for Saturday should be out of here, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. And I know this, Mallory, a lot of parents are not mourning the end of summer. They're ready for the kids to get back to school. Thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download your WRDE News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 6 p.m. Have a great weekend.